good morning, good noon, good evening, whatever time and place you're listening to us from, straight from the 909. It's Mark, Andre, myself, Isaiah, and together,
that's hip hop.
Before we get into things, be sure to follow us and subscribe on all platforms. You can find us on YouTube by searching youtube.com/at that's hip hop 909. For TikTok, you can search tiktok.com/at that's hip hop. And for Insta, same thing, instagram.com/that's hip hop. We appreciate the love and support. And if you love hip hop and you're about it, please subscribe and share.
Bitch.
Okay. Today we're talking about two highly respected figures in hip hop community, known for forming one of the best duos of all time. The work is widely recognized and celebrated, and up to this day, MC Guru and DJ Premier. Peanut butter and jelly. Guru had the smooth, sophisticated, conscious lyrics, while DJ Premier had that perfect blend at the time of jazz samples and hip hop elements. It was just a match made in heaven.
Yes.
Together, they would form the legendary group Gang Starr, a symbol of street rep with star power, a force that would have to be reckoned with. Tackling various topics like street life, racism, politics, and struggles of everyday life. It was introspective and thought-provoking. They were educators, and it resonated with many fans. We're discussing their album, Step in the Arena, which is the second studio album by the hip-hop duo. It was released January 15th, 1991 by Chrysalis Records, Production was handled by the duo themselves. Mark chose this album for us to cover. What about it for you, Mark, made this album a classic?
Guru's the man. Straight up and down, no chaser. He made it really cool to be in the booth and just relax. His style felt calculated. I admired that, especially when this is around the point when I'm like really trying to rap and I'm super aggressive. I'd never tamed it, but I've always was inspired by how he rapped. And this recommendation of this album came along with the big article that I had just commemorating just 20 hip hop albums you have to hear. So I listened to it and I'm like, I just had my doubts about it because I wasn't well aware of Gang Starr at the time. And wow, I was very taken aback because Step in the Arena is...
Some argue that it's like one of the greatest albums of all time, even. Like, it's up there.
You can play it straight through. A lot of the conscious rap, it's street more than it's conscious. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to relate to with that.
Yeah,
I love Guru's style on this album. I feel that this album's super important. It's one of those ones that shaped and molded me as far as
just a writer.
Just to be more. I was more aware of it. Made me more aware of different styles. Not that I was going to emulate Guru off the jump, but it's like, dude, like when we're going to like sound off on his lyrics and like just go into depth of what he does, you'll look at Step in the Arena, the cover, and you're like, that came from this gentleman?
Right. Right. Gentlemen, this gentleman here.
Even how he looks, how like menacing he looks on the cover.
Yeah,
and then you end up hearing man, it's just super smooth. It's like a cigarette drag. You just don't like it's. You know how like when you hear a cigarette drag on the microphone, you just hear like the fine details and quality of it. That's Guru's voice.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Actually, yeah.
I appreciate his rhyme style. He's super sick.
Yeah. For me, I think what makes this a classic is just the pure lyricism, the wordplay. Mixed with DJ Premier's skills. Like you get a real heavy dose of his scratching skills, his sampling skills, just the beat patterns, all of it together
all of that
creates so much depth. I didn't get to hear this early on, unfortunately. I wish I kind of had a better plethora of albums in my listening. But hearing this today is like, it's crazy how this was like 30 plus years ago and it's still like hits. Each track comes with like dope concepts. There's no like filler bars. They're
nothing.
They're all hit into the topic.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to dissect Guru's style because the idea, the key word of it is continuous.
Yeah.
The key word's continuous, and
Very
we'll get
clear,
into
consistent
detail with that.
consistent yeah
Clear, consistent. And I love the chemistry between these two. You can hear the chemistry between the two. It's almost like it just, because even their first debut album was dope. Like there's a lot of high praise for that album. And even Guru's, solo work, with the Jazzmatazz,
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
that just feels like Guru's like natural habitat, like that jazz hip hop blend. He's just
lives
ice
there.
skating.
Yeah,
there.
he lives there. That's his house.
It's just so natural.
I think Premier kind of like built that world for him, and he just
Yeah,
kind of stayed
yeah.
there.
Yeah, and when him and Premier got together, though, it felt like the bar was raised.
Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah.
for everybody.
They feel like the exact like dynamic duo that we have. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So because it has that early '90s sound and everything, but it's different. It's different. It's not like everything else.
There's
Yeah,
effort into it. It's an effort that as I was listening to it recently, I was like, man, I think comparably this is produced way higher than everything that came out.
Yeah.
So people were fucked. They didn't have a chance. It was just the production was so high quality, man.
Yeah.
And the other thing to remember too is that there was already an occupation of sorts between the duo, the MC DJ duo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have Eric B and Rakim already doing a bunch of your released Paid in Full, their first album. So it's like, damn, Paid in Full's already there.
Yeah.
At this point, between 85 and 91, you already have Paid in Full being established, and then you have Step in the Arena after their first album, Gang Starr, trying to just keep up with, like being akin to Rakim and Eric B.
Right.
But it
You know,
seems
the
like
comparison
on this one,
of sorts.
On this one, they figured it out. They got their kind of language together, if that makes any sense. You know, as a rapper and a producer combo, it's like a language you develop between each other.
Yeah.
I think they really just got it on this one.
And Guru ends up turning it up a little bit with his delivery and his vocal presence. No complaints here on this album because I love the chilled, laid back audio presentation that he brought. It just felt that he was chilling on the couch and just reciting his lyrics.
It's laid back, but like very powerful.
Well, the jazz the production of the jazz is extreme, right? But somehow Premier has made this extreme jazz sound smooth. If that makes sense, like the jazz he's picking is loud horns, right? And as a producer, if y'all can know how to produce, like fucking working with horns is like a mess. Yeah. So Premier's taking these horns and making these shits sound kind of pleasant, and with these pleasant horns in the background being manipulated, Guru's pen is just. It's just intellect. It's just pure intellect. So it's just a great combo, man. It's like they were destined to be together.
Let's talk about Guru's style. What is it? What is it likened to? Is there any? How would we try to surmise that?
Because Mark knows the answer. Yeah. I'm like,
you take a shot at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot. I'm hearing shot at pieces of early Rakim and some piece. I'm hearing Rakim, and then I'm hearing these bits of Master Ace. Ooh, just little tiny bits of Master Ace.
Oh yeah.
But I'm hearing Rakim and Master Ace bounce between one another.
Yeah. Equally as consistent too.
Yeah. And then rhyme wise, he's got the patterns and the rhyme schemes, but he does this weird he does all this work per bar. It's not every two bar.
Yeah.
Like he does all the rhymes in one bar and then he jumps to the next bar and does all the rhymes in the next bar. Whereas we as rappers will do that in couplets. And he does it in like single bars.
There's a good few examples in every which song that we're gonna do where he's going to do that, and we'll be able to explain that.
Yeah.
Guru style, I mean, even when the first bar, once you step in the arena, you're gonna be to me, Kane shows up a little bit because Kane always used to carry the bar from at the end to the next line.
That's a cool technique
but
too.
Yeah. in when we bring the phrase jazz influence and bring the key word of jazz,
that trumpety delivery.
You also have the rhythmic style of Rakim too, because Rakim plays it laid back.
Right.
He's been playing it laid back for a long time. He's gotten aggressive on a couple of tracks, but it's always been consistently just chill.
If you were,
besides the Punisher, when he goes off on this track called the Punisher.
Yeah, but okay, so if you attributed a rap flow to an instrument, right? Rakim would be the trumpet. Biggie Smalls would be the trumpet, right? you know, everything's like rhythmic, staccato type of shit.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're hearing here is like it's rhythmic in a trumpet sort of way, but he has elements of piano. So that's where I get this like middle ground with him. But on my end, my first like real true experience of Gang Starr was with Hard to Earn. So that's later.
Yeah.
So I'm going backwards kind of. So when I hear it, I'm like, I hear elements of what we get later. So yeah, on my end, I started with Hard to Earn, whereas Mark started here. I started with Hard to Earn, which is like some albums later. So when I came to this one, I was like, man, I don't have any history with this album. I don't remember it. I don't remember this for some reason. But with this album, I was listening to it, I was like, damn, it's just the pairing, the power.
Yeah.
It's a power, yo. So I was
It's
thinking about like
definitely
at the time, people weren't even prepared for what they were doing.
Yeah. I wrote down a few thoughts. I put that, like, first of all, he's a mastermind. Like you get the feeling like this dude's smart, you know.
He went to Morehouse, y'all. Shout out to Morehouse. I went to
crazy.
Morehouse.
That's crazy.
Morehouse fam.
Yeah, connection.
And
Connection.
And if you wear the Morehouse pullover before pickup basketball games, you'll get picked. Believe me. Andre left his Morehouse pullover at my house, and I was just like, "Damn, I'm cold." And I picked it. I put it on one time at some pickup basketball at 24. Hey, yo, my man. Hey,
My man.
you win a Morehouse? I was like, it depends. Do I get a run next? Like, yeah.
Keys to the train.
He's all like, hey, where'd you major? Hey, let's play. Ball, check ball.
I measured in ball,
Watch
man.
me, watch
Yeah, I
me.
measured in scoring on your ass. Let's go.
I was gonna say
Majored in score.
I majored in score.
I majored in W's.
But what I was
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
That's dope. That's a dope connection there. What I was gonna say about his style, you get the feeling like he's 10 steps ahead of you. Great storytelling skills, equal to it matches his flow skills as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very mellow, but it's like I was saying, it's powerful, great wordplay. His messages in his songs are so pure. Like it's good for you. You know what I mean? Like, so that's always dope that I like. He's able to communicate something serious, whereas like other rappers are just kind of like, you know, trying to get a quick check or, you know, just to get a quick high. But what he's spitting is like, it's serious stuff.
Some people out there just to get a rep.
Yeah,
But it feels like Premier's instrumentals almost. Like,
Allows
they're the
allows
same
Guru
guy.
to play,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
It allows
Yeah.
Guru to play.
When you look at, you know, other producers, they had a reason to do what they did. And
Right.
it feels like Premier was just there to raise the bar up, but to do what he loves.
Right,
So
exactly.
Guru feels like they were just holding hands, pause.
Yeah.
It just really feels like they were, man,
Guru
you know, it's
talks
perfect.
about that too. He talks about like how he's here for the long game. Like, you know, they're here for the music. And that's so important. Like when you're talking about guys like this, guys that go past the test of time, you know, these are the reasons why they're still like why we're still listening to this stuff.
Yeah, man.
You know, because they are putting the attention to the music and like trying to make, you know, masterpieces.
I would have loved to see Guru in one of those BET ciphers, man. We lost him. We lost him way too soon, man.
Way too
it's
soon.
like, damn, we're getting about that point where like we're losing a lot of our favorite, you know, whether it's music, acting, and stuff. We're at that point now where it's like
losing our
even all the
favorites, yeah.
'90s cats, man. We're just
Yeah. Anybody at this point they've had either a long, you know, career or
oh
they
yeah,
made
the great
mark.
ones.
Yeah.
The great ones last through the filter, man.
Oh yeah,
They'll-
yeah.
they-
You know, I
it's-
think of Busta Rhymes every day.
Yeah.
You know,
You know,
you know what happens when
even-
you pan for gold. You'll find the gold at the end after you're done
Yeah.
panning.
So let's talk about this cover here. To me, I feel like there's nothing like too deep going on here. It's just a picture of the two, just like how we would see back when we were talking about KRS.
Waiting for a
One
train. It looks
and-
like on some slot.
Yeah.
Unkept platform. I bet you that train station's not even active. They're like
Yeah.
got weeds and shit in the back.
Very fly though,
Shrubs.
like,
It
very
got
fly.
shrubs.
I see,
But
like,
with them
I
in
see
the
Ewing
forefront.
kicks.
Yeah.
He got the
Yeah.
Ewing kicks on. It's pretty dope. They got
Shout out to Ewing, man.
he's flashing that. I'm not sure if it's a Gang Starr ring or something, but it looks like it is. It's like a star ring. He's flashing.
Probably
that,
the 7.
maybe.
It was the
Sorry, Dre. We got this. I
The-
got this.
It's all good. I got
the 5 percenters have a relation to the 7.
Oh, okay.
The the number is God.
Okay.
So there's going to be 7. I believe there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 7 points on Gang Starr's thing, isn't it?
Oh, okay. So
no. There's 8. Never mind. But the 7, they're going to talk about the 7 all the time within their within the lyrics.
Yeah,
the
you hear
Guru
that
himself was a Muslim.
the Nation of Islam. You hear the same with like Wu-Tang, and there's other rappers that all kind of like put that into the lyrics as well. Yeah, so I mean, nothing too crazy, but it's reminiscent of the other like the duos that we would talk about.
Yeah,
it's like Paid in Full, but just more in disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like because we mentioned before we started, he's not smiling, he's not happy at all.
Oh yeah.
Before the Paid in Full,
he's not happy at all. But as we said, you step into the arena is where I'm at. The arena is my realm, my world, and that's his arena. There's nothing fun about an arena. The octagon isn't a place to
battlefield
to
of any sort. I like how you brought that up, where the arena could be your hood.
Come to my block.
The arena could be the cipher.
Right.
The arena could be the stage.
Right.
That's super cool, because anyone can take that general statement right there, custom fit it to their struggle, custom fit it to their adversity, and what they have to accomplish. That's awesome.
Especially at the time. I think that works.
I really like the logo too. I think the logo is sick.
That's iconic.
Gang Starr logo.
Yeah, that's
sick.
what it is, man. Yeah. And remember, back in the day, man, it wasn't easy to like develop and make graphics at all. Today I could tell my AI like, yo, I want a 8-star logo, and I want the words Gang Starr stretched out, elongated, and it'll do exactly that logo. But back in the day, y'all really had to know what you wanted.
You had to know a guy too.
Oh, you had to know an artist, right? You had to know somebody with some skills, especially if you're on the block. You had to know somebody. So I just love the idea that logo is like permanently stapled in. So at the end of the day, man, it's like simple album cover, but it does say more than you see it.
I laugh when I watch that Wu-Tang series when they're talking to an artist that's doing the design.
So you said you want the severed head, right?
Will this work?
Yeah,
it's just
and
like
it's some
the
dude's head.
iconic.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, because RZA, RZA gets in his ear, but RZA gets in old dude's ear. He's like, yo, it don't gotta be elaborate, man. Make it minimal.
Yeah.
And then fucking comes back with a W, like whatever, bro. Comes back with the exact W.
Comes out with the W that's lasted the test of time.
RZA's just looking at it
dude
like,
from the block. He paid $120 to fucking made the greatest logo ever. But yeah, man.
So for our 3 tracks, what do we selected?
Step into the arena.
Step into the arena. Shout out to the Earth, Wind, and Fire as we're recording this on the 21st night of September.
Oh,
Of course.
Forgot about that. Almost forgot.
Who's gonna take the weights?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got last is
Check the tech.
Check me.
All right, so dope. So we'll get into Step in the Arena first.
Oh yeah.
So such an iconic track.
I noticed that. I mean, if anybody's been watching the podcast, I think we've all learned through this like series of events. It seems like your first 3 really will matter. Your first 3 tracks really determine just the weight of everything that follows. And I think almost every episode we have picked at least one song from the first 3.
Yeah, that is
at
facts.
least one song from
that
the
is
first
facts,
3.
which is kind of crazy because I never really realized that.
That's the anime method though. The anime method is give the anime 3 episodes. If they don't get you moving by the 3rd episode, the whole shit's gonna be filler or bullshit, right? Yeah. So, like if you watch, Bleach first 3 episodes, you're going to be in there. If you watch Naruto first 3 episodes, you're going to be in there. Dragon Ball first 3 episodes, you're going to be in there. But maybe if you watch, Fairy Tail's first 3 episodes, you will not watch the rest of Fairy Tail. But yeah, anime guys, you get it, But I first 3 songs really do matter, First 3 songs set the momentum for what you're going to experience after. The album can be 30 songs, but if those first 3 songs are whack, you're not going to listen to the rest of the album.
And I bet you, too, if we listen to albums that aren't really deemed a classic, we might notice the pattern of it not maybe.
And it might be sequencing. As far as I'm concerned, if you don't sequence your album right, it could really fuck your whole movie up.
Right.
Because if you sequence a movie wrong, right, you're not going to get the results you want, right?
That's why they have a starting 5 in basketball, and then in baseball, your best 3 hitters are the first 3 up.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Got to hit out you got to get some runs on the board.
You can't start an Iron Man movie with Iron Man in the suit and then go backwards to him.
Yeah, that's the payoff. That's the payoff in the 3rd act, baby.
Right. We got to climb. So. I think sequencing on the album really truly matters.
Yeah. His Guru's first bar is going to be the topic of discussion. So we'll all get into the first bar first. Once you step in the arena, cheetah, you're gonna be a. Then he holds on to the maze when you gaze at the arm on this leader. So Guru takes.
He stresses
like a chain effect.
No, it's a chain effect.
Right?
It's a link effect. Like he's like linking the end of the bar to the next bar. Diabolic does that with rhymes, not with words. So he'll keep the rhyme scheme going to the next bar and start it with that. But what he did here is just like a visual. So you're gonna be amazed, right? But it feels like a Rakim move. It feels like something Rakim would have tried, you know?
Fully clad and glad to fight a cause, I won't pause. Fear is a joke, slow poke. I'm like claws. That'll rip because your gift is merely flesh.
All right, so look at this.
Descriptive.
Every bar is descriptive, but every bar, I call it the Will Smith. All right, so Will Smith changes his flow every individual bar. So on this one, he's doing the same shit. Flows and rhyme schemes, he just changes per bar, which is today, I feel like that'd be fucking ludicrous to try. It's ludicrous, but back in the day, it's just unique. I think, if anything, if you can change your flow every bar, that shows how much style you have available.
I like how he paints this picture of the arena, because now you have arena, you have armor-clad gentlemen, fully clad after he discusses the armor, and talking about claws that are ripped, weaponry, talking about that.
And then he goes into the Excalibur play.
Yeah, superficial. And I wish
contrast too from armor to, your gift is merely just flesh.
Oh, so you're not even have armor on.
Right.
Got it.
That's
superficial, and I wish you would give it a rest. But if you don't,
I'll unsheath my Excalibur, right?
Like a noble knight. So meet your challenger.
I love how he stays true in this whole song to that picture of that gladiator. Like,
that's some nerdy shit, cuz. No, you're from the hood. You're from the hood now. You were literally born from the hood, raised in the hood. This is some nerdy shit that he made sound cool.
Well, his family is a family of educators.
Yeah, it's like, an educated family, but I'm saying like hood dudes don't know shit about the Excalibur, bro. So I just think it's everybody remember pre-internet. I thought about it really hard. Pre-internet is like, if you wrote some bars that sounded like they weren't real, some cannabis shit, right? Some internet bars, you literally are like mentally ahead of your peers. Because the only way I can prove this is reading the same books as you.
Right.
But today, I can just Google the right shit. You know what I'm saying? I can AI all of my information now. Yeah. So I just always look at these things. And, the Excalibur is some shit that I don't feel like is like referential to hood people. But anyway, some shit you learn in school. But yeah, like a noble knight, so meet your challenger, right? But also the play off the idea is that I'm a good dude. I'm a noble knight, But anyway, a true hero while you're a true zero, getting beat to a pulp so that you can't run for help. But look at this shit. Like true hero while you're a true zero, right? Same flow. Getting beat to, right? So a true hero while you're a true zero, getting beat to a pulp so you can't run for help.
I heard it.
So look at that shit. He changed the flow, like per bar, right? And then after the help, right? I heard a gulp in your throat because you hope that I'll be merciful. Where does merciful and help match? And where does a true hero, you're a true zero match? He does it every bar. Every bar is its individual world.
Yeah, and some MCs can't let that go. They're like, no, it has to rhyme.
I gotta rhyme quadrant. I gotta rhyme 4 in a row.
Right.
I have to.
Yeah.
And then I like this his attribute with the chain effect, as we mentioned, comes around because he's like, cause you hope that I'll be merciful, but Ku Klux, I made you strut as I rehearse a few battle drills and watch your bladder spill.
And look at that
and them syllables and 3 syllables, man, swinging on them.
It's like you got the leader of the dance directing where everything's supposed to go.
So Ku Klux is what? Ku Klux is their chicken, right?
Mm-hmm. Ku Klux.
Why does it sound? But why does it sound like Ku Klux?
Yeah, so it gives you,
but
even the
Klux
imagery a bit.
But I want to know: do you think he's playing off of like KKK?
I don't think so, because I'm taking it immediately after the strutting of because chickens will run.
Yeah. Chickens are scared. So okay,
no, I'm saying strut
because a Ku Klux. But I made you strut as I rehearse a few. So when he's spitting, you're a chicken, you run away.
Like,
battle drills, right? Because the battle drills, he ran away because he's scared. Battle drills and watch your bladder spill because you pissed on yourself. Yellow fluid, check how I mellowly do it.
That's it.
Yellow fluid, check how I mellowly do it. Face defeat to this beat. You can tell I'm into it as I'm pulling out my lance to kill you in advance to the winner's throne because I own you once you step in the arena, right?
Step up.
Once again, that one syllable, that one bar shit to me is really unique. As far as his style, I hang off of that one bar like I wouldn't call it a punch every bar, but it's like an idea every bar, a concept every bar, a picture every bar.
Because look at the imagery we just got out of that. We got the imagery that an MC, a whack MC, is scared just by him doing some drills.
Yeah.
The MC's like, oh, shit.
I ain't even got started yet.
Yeah.
I just picked up my weights up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, of course, Premier with the step up.
Dude, and
come on, man.
This is the first bar to this next to his next verse is more evidence to the fact that this is Guru's arena.
Right.
This is his area. You're on his home court, because he goes in the arena and he lets a whole beat just, or rather Coliseum.
Yeah.
Dog, when I heard that, like, it didn't. None of it came into effect till later, but I'm just all like, I'm hearing it's like in the arena, or rather Coliseum. Yeah. It's like he's dictating the pace. This is his style. This isn't. He's not waiting on you.
Right.
You're waiting on him, and that's the true. Like, it's kind of like, as a man, you got to like present the leadership in a relationship. The relationship for the listener is going to be that Guru has to establish the leadership. And what is he doing? He's actually like making sure that you know that this is his arena, his area, etc. And by him saying in the arena, space, a whole ass bar, like losing real estate just to come up with, or rather Coliseum. Yeah. There's people battling in multitude. Oh, there's people gathering by multitudes to see one.
I love the
perpetrator fall to the dust after the other. But look, see, there's people. Look, Coliseum, multitudes to see one. All right, we got a couplet there. Perpetrator fall to the dust after the other. Quickly dispose of the hand of the known brother. Born with the art in his heart that is Spartacus, and 1-to-1 combat jack just of the thought of this. So now he's on couplets. I don't know why he's coupleting now. But I know that I feel like his style is designated to that one bar shit, but he's doing couplets now. So matchup makes Gang Starr want to snatch up 1 or 2 phrases from the new book with new pages of rhymes that are built like a chariot. So here we go. We're back to here.
Yep. Right. We're now back to the ones. The full imagery of that gladiator. You mentioned Spartacus.
Yep.
That's a dope mention right
1-on-1
there.
combat.
Yeah.
And then matchup.
I like
right? But the matchup. So, you know, got them little small subliminals in there, man.
Yeah. You just have the gladiator theme. So you got like the time where Maximus goes to do the battle of it'll come back to me, but he does the main
when
battle.
Maximus did his battling.
Spartacus was the one too that led
Battle of Carthage.
Spartacus is the one that led the rebellion, I believe, too, of the slaves at that time and fighting, right?
Because at one point Caesar, I think the emperor was so strapped for soldiers that he started getting prisoners and he actually started using. Most emperors started using mercenaries at the later part.
It's just a dope metaphor.
Yeah, it's fire. And then he goes, of rhymes that are built like a chariot. Dope vocals carry it to the battle set. So the chariot is getting loaded up with the dope vocals to the battle set.
Yeah.
And if a beat was a princess, I would marry it. He shows the unison of him to the beat, him and Premier, but now I must bow to the crowd as I stand proud, victorious, glorious,
understand now. It's a big rhyme.
His battles and wars and much fights I have been through. One MC got beheaded, and you can too.
All right, because, if you battle somebody back in them days, if you lose the battle, you get beheaded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or just die straight
up. If I didn't kill you, if I didn't behead you, then the loser would get beheaded by the king. So one MC got to be beheaded, and you can too. Forget it, because you'd rather be just a spectator, an onlooker, afraid you may get slayed or struck by a blow from a might gladiator. I bet you that later you might be sad that you played yourself. Wait, that you played yourself because you stepped up, chest puffed out, and in one lyric you got snuffed out. Because rhyming is serious, I'm strong, I'm like Hercules. Wait, the way he said this, because rhyming is serious, I'm strong, I'm like Hercules. You'll get hurt with these lines close to the curtains, please. And suckers can jet, because I wreck you once you step in the arena, right? Step in the. Wait, I think he said once you step in the arena, right?
The Hercules metaphor. That's another sick one.
But all the way back up, he got references to.
You had Spartacus, Hercules, chariots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a whole time period, man. Some nerdy shit, but you can actually hear that in Mark's style, man.
Coliseum.
Just like this reference to great empires of the past. But step up.
In the arena or forum, weak MCs I will floor him, cause a mayhem, I'll slay him, and the blood will be pouring.
You don't hear Rakim at all in that? That's straight up Rakim shit, bro. Like, and that's not saying there's influence, of course. I'm not saying he's hinged on Rakim style, but remember, Rakim was a leading sound. You know, like MCs today sound like Drake a lot, right? So there's just this moment where I'm hearing like moments of Rakim in the rhyming. But go ahead, bro.
Furthermore, I implore. Ain't no brother. Right. At this point,
furthermore,
I implore.
Furthermore, I implore.
Whenever someone says furthermore, they're already overkill.
Furthermore, I implore that as a soldier of war, I go in only to win and be the holder of more. Come on, 4-syllable rhymes back then, heavy. Like throwing fours at people. This shit was big, man.
Trophies, titles, and triumphs, because I dump all the slide chumps, never choosing to lose on my losing my spot not once. For the mere idea of an opponent that I fear is foolish utterly. I mean, but none'll be.
See, okay, that's that one bar shit, right? Because we think he's gonna couplet the shit with for the mere idea of an opponent that I'd fear is foolish utterly. I mean, what nut'll be, right? So that's 2 bars, but he didn't fucking relate them.
No,
all the rhymes are independent
of each other.
It's a lot of internals, but it's style wise, because I always want to answer Zay. Just style wise, he's all them individuals, man. It's all individual shit. Because sometimes you think, well, why did he abandon the rhyme? All the rhymes are in the internals. I almost feel like, back in the day, people would say if you match 2 words, that's a rhyme, right? So what we're looking at here is he's matching those 2 rhymes in a single bar.
Yeah.
That he's fulfilling the rhyme in that single bar. So
like just already checking that box already.
Yeah, because for the mere idea of an opponent that I'd fear,
and then he goes, was foolish utterly.
It's foolish utterly. I mean, what nut'll be, right? So he got the 2 rhymes out just in a single bar. Really good shit, man. Trying to toy with a destroyer of many. You shit at your pants because you can't think of any. Trying to toy with the destroyer of many.
So descriptive of how intimidating his rhymes are.
It sounds like Thanos, the destroyer of many.
And so how he keeps so focused on that arena aspect of you're going to step in my arena.
Yeah.
Like he's staying so focused on that. It's so cool how descriptive he can get with this.
Wait, and by the way, he did that follow-up line that we did in the first bar. You shit at your pants because you can't think of any foe that could step to this concept. So that's Rakim, man. That's a Rakim move.
You better sit against Citizen. Weak MCs, I get rid of them. Watch the way they get distraught when they get caught in the worst position because they didn't listen. And tried going up a hungry killer who's itching to maim and murder those who claim that they were the toughest ones. They get done once they step in the arena.
See, I love that shit. Like, so a lot of rhymers today, right? Especially the ones I've been dealing with, to maim and murder those who claim they were the, right? The whole 4 bars will be that rhyme scheme. Main and nerd and name and murder, but the main and murder, but the name and murder for 4 bars.
If not 6,
yeah.
Like, go on,
they're gonna go all the way through, man. So it's just funny to see him go for ones. It's like the accuracy of a Rakim on 1 bar. So yeah, to maim and murder those who claimed and heard they were the toughest ones that get done once they step in the arena. And step up. And come on, man. DJ Premier is just he's been ahead of us. He's been ahead of us for so many years, man. He's been so ahead of us, bro.
And then piece to the first track being called Name Tag. That way, like the first track, his name is DJ Premier and I'm the guru. It starts off as just like he establishes that, and then it goes into step in the arena.
Yeah, that's dope. There's some other good tracks here. Form of Intellect. Then we have Execution of a Chump, which I thought that beat was sick. As well as the concept of that. That
can't
was
even
dope.
argue on the production.
There's like some guy messing with this girl. He said that's when you get the execution of a chump or something like that. It's dope. And so we land on who's gonna take the weight.
Now this was the first single, correct?
Oh yeah, I believe.
Was this the single of the joint?
This
was going to be this.
It was one of the singles for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the first one, but it was one of them.
I think the self-titled was going to be it'd be my go-to to think it'd be the first one.
I know also another one was Just to Get a Rep was one of the singles as well. Okay, so we got Step. Oh, no, not Step in the Arena.
No, who's going to take the weight?
Who's going to take the weight?
Knowledge is power, and knowledge can be the difference between life and death. You should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And then you have the little...
I was raised like a Muslim, praying to the east. Nature of my life relates rhymes I release like a cannon. Cause I've been planning to be ramming what I wrote straight on a plate down your throat. Damn, like just giving you that food though, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I've been planning to be ramming what I wrote. So he's trying to feed you, right? And then after the feeding line, remember we in 91. All right. So come on, y'all. This is hard work that he's like, think of it like this is the best. Okay, there we go. Toy Story 1 or 2, right? If you watch Toy Story 1 or 2, you go, the graphics are awful, right? You'll look at them and go, it looks horrible. But remember, at that time, nobody could match that shit.
Yeah, first of its kind.
And this is not to degrade what we were reading. It's just the idea. If I hear a fan say, in any way, this is whack, I'm going to beat their ass.
Yeah, you have
this
to.
Like, this built what we have now. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been planning to be ramming what I wrote straight on the plate down your throat. So digest after the throat bar. If you didn't get the throat bar, he's still helping you. So digest, as I suggest, we take a good look at who's who while I'm reading from my good book. Let's dig in every nook and every cranny to set your mind as free as I slam these thoughts. And just like a jammy goes bow, you're gonna see what I'm saying now. You can't be sleeping because these things are getting crazy. You better stop being lazy. The way he said, you better stop being lazy. You just put so much soul in it, man. The delivery matters, bro. There's many people fronting and many brothers dropping, all because of dumb things to let you tell me something. Here's something I want to think about. How many times have you heard the N-word or any curse words?
Yeah, all through
him and Ra share the same
characteristic.
Yeah,
not a lot of cursing.
Really, I don't think there's maybe
I think he got too many words to even just resort to.
Educated rappers don't have to cuss as much. Right. Facts. It's real facts. Like educated rappers never they don't have to cross that line, man.
Now, for the audience who don't know, his father was, I hear, a judge. His mother was, I believe, a librarian. Damn. He went to Morehouse. So there's family of education. Family of education. And DJ Premier too. Also same thing. Educated person. I know for a short time he was DJing at a college or something like that, but I know educated person as well. Mm-hmm. So you got two educated dudes right here just killing it.
Talent and skill, man. Take it from here.
What'd you guys think really quick about that line that he was raised like a Muslim and not raised Muslim? I didn't really understand that difference between raised Muslim between raised like a Muslim.
Praying to the East. Raised like a Muslim, I was praying to the East. He was born on the East Coast, wasn't he?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah, Boston.
Okay, but this is my opinion, guys. This isn't the exact fact of the lyrics.
Yeah.
If he was raised like a Muslim, he was surrounded by blacks with a religious understanding of the world around him.
Okay.
If he didn't say, if I was raised Muslim, we go directly to Muslim.
Right.
But raised like a Muslim means just
like maybe disciplined or something.
Discipline and hardcore understanding of God and religion.
Yeah. Okay.
And they don't play. They don't play with it.
Right.
It's all haram.
Shit. When I was in Atlanta, when I was in Atlanta, the Muslims was on the corner ready with them pies and them fucking fruits.
So
with them fucking fruits in a bag all sweated out, man, because it's humid as fucking Atlanta. The fucking apples are all withered.
I want to give flowers to my homeboy, but I want to play on to what you're saying right here. So I'm going to Dwayne's shop. Peace to Dwayne for 3 big games. Peace to Dwayne.
Speaks geek.
He speaks geek. He always let us semi-headline. We got almost top billing on some of his shows and stuff. He always hooked us up with shows, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to his shop a couple weeks ago, when I was giving him some pins, right? And then I see someone by the corner of the glass house, and they have a little video setup, and they 3 brothers, right? They're all they're dressed and everything, but they look like they're rapping.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, is that a cipher? I was like, yo, Dwayne, I go into the spot, and I'm like, yo, Dwayne, is that a cipher? He's like, hell no, man, little black Israelites out there, they're loud as hell. I'm like, oh man, I thought they was rapping out there. He's like, yeah, I wish, because all you see is 3 brothers out there
just
live streaming into the mic. I was like, damn, these guys dropping bars right now. Like, damn, those black Israelites are annoying, man.
Dropping all this knowledge.
Yeah. So he was just saying that. And I'm just so in respect to what we're talking about. That just reminded me of that.
They go hard, bro. They don't.
The nation will do that.
Yeah,
too,
they go hard, man. It'll be look in the middle of the summer in Atlanta, humid as fuck, 100 degrees, in a suit, giving you pies and fruits, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember too? They featured the Nation of Islam in The Wire, I believe, too. Remember?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, one of the assassins was always well kept.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ended up going full full hard on the characteristics of him being part of the nation,
Yeah,
because that would
yeah.
have been like an association of sorts that they
Right.
wouldn't have wanted. But he was,
Right,
dude,
right.
homeboy had a suit and a bow tie.
I haven't
Like
watched The
in
Wire, so
Baltimore.
I haven't watched The Wire. Don't spoil that shit.
Nah,
Mark watched it without me. I wanted to see it. I didn't catch it, man. And then he told me about season 2. I got scared. I didn't want to watch
Good
it.
series, man.
Yeah, we got to do a whole sit down of that.
Yeah,
But,
we got to get the team together, man.
y'all can't be sleeping because things are getting crazy. You can't. You better stop being lazy because there's many people fronting and many brothers dropping, all because of dumb things. Let me tell you something. I've been through so much that I'm such a maniac, but I still act out of faith that we can get this shit together. So I break on fools with no rhymes, skills missing up the flow. And people with no sense who be moving much too slow. And
I love the realism.
Because they moving slow because they stupid.
I like how he chains these bars and makes it continuous, because he says, who be moving much too slow? And so you will know the meaning of the Gang Starr.
Yeah.
Guru with the mic and Premier raised the anchor swiftly as we embark on the journey. So he's like on the seas with Premier, because Premier raising the anchor. To
Well, if you're listening to the song, you're on the ship, and if he raises the anchor, he got y'all moving.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, I like how he just this random advice that he ended up doing swiftly as we embark on a journey. I had to get an attorney. I needed someone to
Straight up.
defend my position, decisions I made, because now it's time to get
That's how
paid.
serious it's getting.
Yeah, that's the best piece of advice you can get paid once you get famous. You gotta get a
And
lawyer.
I love that way that, like, Guru knows at this
You got to
point.
be legally sound. You feel me?
Seriously. Guru knows at this point, like, how serious things are getting. And that's why, like, he's going hard, man. And he's like mentioning in these bars, like, and ladies, these rounds are like the keys to a dope car.
Okay, that line is really funny to me. It's not a joke, but it's like he really turned the attention away from all this rap and masculine shit. They go, oh yeah, and ladies, y'all here too.
Right.
I'm like a keys to a dope car. I thought that was smooth, man. Especially for the time. Maybe a Lexus or Jaguar, cars that they want. Still, all of that is just material, so it won't dig the scenario. So once again, he's just saying it's not even important. I'm just trying to get everybody involved. And just imagine if each one is teaching one, will come together so that we become a strong force, that we can stay on course, find your direction through introspection.
Yeah.
Like inside of yourself, right? And for my people out there, I got a question. Can we be the sole controllers of our fate? Now who's going to take the weight?
Right.
You can't
Hard.
You can't handle the whole weight.
I love
You
that.
can't handle the whole weight.
I love that,
You can handle the whole weight.
I love that one bar alone. And just imagine if each one's teaching one.
Yeah.
Like that
Dude,
is such a dope.
Each one
deep
teach one, man.
concept.
That's some
You
shit I
just said
grew
it.
up on, man.
So
I grew up on that one. That's
just,
that's
like,
black shit.
crazy. That's a crazy sick concept.
I think
Nah, man,
I think
that's
he
just-
like unhooked, like unearthed a characteristic of Guru that we can actually establish here on That's Hip Hop. Not that, people probably have said it before, but the one bar.
Yeah.
Guru only needs one bar.
He only needs one.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
attribute to a lot of lyrical based MCs where, dude, that one bar don't matter if it
Stands
doesn't
alone.
matter if it rhymes before or after, or if it's just the one bar.
You mentioned
That's
that.
so much versatility.
That is
mentioned-
versatility,
you
man.
mentioned
Especially
that
with that time, man.
with,
It's
who did you
91, man. It's 91.
Yasin Bey, you mentioned that.
Yasin
Almost,
boy. Yasin boy.
Yasin Bey.
Yasin boy. Yasin boy.
Yasin
one day.
boy.
Just that one bar alone can stand,
Yeah. Yasin Boy and Shabba Ranks.
Yasin boys.
And Shabba Ranks.
Yasin boys.
And Snow.
When I put that clip, because I didn't know who Shabba Ranks was at the time. So when I'm editing the video, I got the joke so late. When I'm editing the video, I'm like, this is Shabba Ranks. He's just like, Shabba. That was so
That's
sick.
what Isaiah's like, what the hell are these guys doing? Shabba Ranks, well, Shabba Ranks.
I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And once I'm editing the videos, I'm like, oh, that's Shabba Ranks. Shabba.
Oh,
All
shit.
smooth, all smooth.
Shabba. The weight of the world is heavy on my mind. So as my feelings unwind, I find that some try to be down just because it's trendy. Other fall victim to envy. But I'll take the road less traveled so I can see all my hopes and my dreams unravel.
Okay,
So,
he's coupling.
How
He's coupling.
real are these bars?
dog, this
too?
guy's like all like he just wants like male success because it's you know how that
So
phrase goes.
others fall into envy is the traveled road that everybody follows on. So
Yeah.
he took the road less traveled, so I can see all my hopes and my dreams unravel because the other path is fucked. And I feel like you're seeing a maturity in the penmanship.
It's a road to success too, man. Because the road to success, not everybody travels that road either.
Yeah.
So,
And I think when he first started out, he started off with some guy named like Suga or something like that. I think when he first started, and they're the ones that formed Gang Starr, but that guy was like, he's part of the streets. Like this dude's still in the streets. So like eventually he had to move away from that dude, and that dude ends up going to jail.
Damn.
That dude goes to jail.
That's a good move though.
But he made a good move and paired up with Premier, man.
Well, let's look at this. All right. So we got another one type of concept, relieving your stress, expressing my interest in the situation that you're facing. Right. Interest and facing do not rhyme. Right. But it's that one and one, right? Relieving your stress, expressing my interests, right?
Yeah.
So that one bar, he hit all the rhymes.
Right.
Once you hit it twice, you good. And then the next bar, he's gonna go into a whole new rhyme scheme. In the situation that you're facing, that's why I'm down with the nation, right? So this is the shit that I'm like, all right, we in the early 90s, so there's no fucking rules to rhyming.
No.
There's no fucking like set stone rule.
Right.
And this is how I
Definitely
know,
not.
because just to answer your styling question, it's like, this is where he sets his style up. There's no fucking definite form of how I can get these combinations to go off.
You could be as like slow paced as Guru from Gang Starr. You could be as crazy and chaotic as Chip Fu from Fushnikins.
Right.
Go back, flow, hibbity.
You could be mystical if you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, though, I'm seeing a lot of play off them ones. I call them ones.
That's why I'm down with the nation. Spirituality supports reality. We got to fight with the right mentality so we can gain what's rightfully ours. That is the meaning of the chain and the star.
Land is power, so give me 40 acres. So the chain and the star, I thought the chain and the star was in reference to the 5% nation. Because they rock that star with the 7 on it, on the chain.
There's probably
That plus, you know what? Then that's where the logo. That's where their logo comes in after that.
Yeah, because the logo has the star, has the chain around it.
Yeah, that's that 7% shit. So this is the meaning of the chain and the star, but also the star being chained to the individual, right? So let's say that you, spiritually, this is just a concept of spirituality, right? You as an individual are a star, and you as a human vessel are linked to that star. And that's what Jesus was teaching, right? Jesus was saying, I'm the Son of God, which is literally, I am linked to the sun in the sky. I am a literal link to it. So I think he was just talking about that connection of star to man. The sun itself is literally labeled as, by definition, as a star.
Yeah.
The sun is not labeled as the sun. The star is labeled as a star. So there are multiple stars in the universe. We all, as individuals, are our own individual star in some spiritual context. A lot of these cats back in the day, especially following the 5% shit.
Yeah.
This is the theory. This is the concept. As a black men, we are all linked through spirituality.
Yeah.
We are all connected through stars. Some say Sirius, some say Pleiades, whatever fucking star you think exists that connects with you, whatever. They just say that we are all individually linked via star. My theory is none of you have been to space. You don't know shit. So anyway, this is the meaning of the chain and the star. Land is power, so give me 40 acres, which is once again, it's a play off the 5% nation.
It's been in game 2 as well. Land is power. Just the theory of that.
Land is power. I mean, because if you own something, if I own Disneyland, you can't talk shit to me. Right. Let's see how far I can take you. Original Invincible. That's how I'm looking at it. I use my rhymes like a Glock automatic. Any means necessary, I'm going all out. Before the rains bring the nuclear fallout. Ooh. So before the rains bring the nuclear fallout. So he's going to cause disaster before y'all rain on him. So let me ask you, is it too late? Hey, yo, who's going to take the weight? I love that.
You can't handle the whole weight.
You can't handle the whole weight. Handle the whole weight.
I love that. And then
I ain't going to lie, guys. When I originally heard it, I thought you can't handle the whole plate. So I'm sorry. I thought it was in regards to food.
Can't handle the whole
you can't handle the whole plate.
That's the soundtrack at every
the whole plate.
The soundtrack at every buffet.
Can't handle the buffet.
Oh yeah, watch me.
Call the song "All You Can Eat." Can't handle the whole plate. Can't handle the whole plate.
I got Golden Corral. You can't handle the whole plate.
Can't handle the gold plate. But yeah, man. Dope song.
The
man.
concept of itself, like so far, what we're getting here is.
I mean, what is the weight metaphorically?
To the responsibility.
So the weight is the responsibility, or even just the.
That's what I'm getting.
You can't handle the burden of my talent and skill. and I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I do feel the essence of Rakim kind of conceptually on the song.
Yeah.
Just the idea of it feels kind of like a Rakim approach from a different angle. And it's not a man. I just don't want to get fucked up by the fans. I'm just being what I think is real.
Ain't no way
how you feel.
I really feel that though.
We're
It's
always
like,
at the mercy of somebody like that was whack.
That
like
was whack.
whoever.
Oh,
like
wait,
it don't matter.
Meh. Nah. Wait. Nah.
You remember
NAH. Just nah.
Piece to that dude that was like, can anyone corroborate this? Like, man, we're 3 dudes on a podcast corroborating.
Who's gonna corroborate?
Like live. Can we get someone to corroborate our back and forth? Can we get someone to corroborate this?
It could be like the Joe Rogan podcast. Where
fact check, yeah. Like,
just
we're
Google
gonna
that
have
shit.
to do
Just
that.
Google our shit, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
Because
get
you know how Joe Rogan, who's that guy? He always has a fact check.
we gotta get a fourth to just Google all the shit we talk about.
Can you fact check? Can you fact?
Hey, we're gonna have to get a fact checker over here.
With Trunks and Dragon Ball Z, just check that out real quick. Can you Google that? But yeah, man. Shout out to Premiere, man. So we're on Check the Technique now.
Oh yeah,
And
verse 2?
huh?
We're on verse 2?
for check the technique.
Song, no, we're on song 3, brother.
No, verse 2, I mean.
We're on verse
we already
1 on
finished
Check the Technique.
Gang Starr
Yeah,
verse 1
yeah.
and Guru said.
Yeah, we the last song we done, man. We on Check the Technique now. We
I
on song number 3 now.
Yeah, I see it.
But yeah, song number 3.
Isaiah couldn't handle the whole
He
weight.
couldn't handle the weight, man. Unfortunately, we'll handle it for you, brother.
Isaiah couldn't handle it.
Innocent bystander say
Zay couldn't handle, couldn't check the technique,
Dude, I like
because it's next week.
Ain't nobody starting off
Knock 'em
a
the next
lyric
week.
in 91. You puny protozoa.
Yeah, ain't nobody. Wait, first of all, we got the alliteration, but what the fuck
Yeah,
is
the
a
whole
protozoa?
bar is
Yeah, what's
establishes
a
his
protozoa?
intelligence.
Cuz what's a protozoa, bro?
Right off the top.
Puny protozoa.
That right off the top.
Cuz what's a protozoa? Cuz
You so
Reals,
minute you didn't
what
know the.
is a protozoa?
it's a protozoa is a type of cell. It's about 10 to 52 micrometers in diameter. Cuz
Man,
you just tied me, bro. That's really what it means.
hey, it ain't nothing when I pull the micrometer out and blah. Take out a hair follicle.
I got the micro heater for your micrometers. But anyway, yeah, you puny protozoa, you're so minute you didn't know the gang has been watching, but instead of just squashing you, I'm scooping you up on the muck you wallow in. Like a chief chemist, other scientists are following, planning to examine you on a petri dish.
He's still on the protozoa. Talking about him on a petri dish.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, right. Planning to examine you on a petri dish, sticking you and freaking you just a teeny bit. So sticking you and freaking you, we got we got 3-syllable internals, man, in 91, bro.
And
Come on,
it's
man.
crazy because you would think, a whack rapper, you would shrug them off. Like, you won't even spend 2
Oh,
seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's analyzing the
Right.
whack rapper. And
It's like, how did you even get around me, right?
Yeah, it's
I'm
so crazy.
scooping you up out of the muck you wallow in, right? Like you're a bacteria.
Right.
Right.
Damn.
Like a chief chemist, other scientists are following because they following his steez. Planning to examine you on a petri dish, sticking you and freaking you just a teeny bit. I'm clever with science, but never relying because he's a god. He doesn't rely on the science. He has great faith on false word. But okay, wait, we got the connection though. I'm clever with science, but never relying on false words from cowards who forever be trying. Right? Insisting they come off, I let you get some off, then come back with drum tracks their ears could get numb off. Because, of course, the beats are just fucked up to the point where they don't want to hear it no more, right? Block busting, like making love, I'll never stop thrusting into your system. So just listen, I'm like a neurosurgeon operating with a pure version. Damn, a neurosurgeon operating with a pure version, right? Ooh. I write prescriptions of words that fit in. So look at this. Once again, he's on the ones. You can't get mad because he actually still knocked out those 2 rhymes. The 2 rhymes are there. Neurosurgeon, pure version are in 1 bar. So he I guess he feels like I'm going to get my rhyme out per bar. Whereas on my side, I ain't going to lie, fellas, I was getting a little irked. I'm like, damn, just do couplets, man. I'm going crazy on this shit, man. Just do couplets, bro. I'm like, I'm trying to pair like something after that. But the following isn't going to match that rhyme.
It's because a lot of MCs are wired that way. We're wired to kind of do couplets at least,
Well, but if you think of 91, I feel like he was going, every line I say should be relevant. Right? So every bar won't be wasted. He like some MCs back at the times, like I went to the store and I got me some milk. MCs think they're tall and they walk on the stilts, right?
Yeah, because they're tied to that.
They're tied to that anchor.
Yeah.
Right.
And to me, it's like I went to the store and I got me some milk. No, wait, no. I walk on some stilts to the store with for some milk, right?
Got it done. Got the rhyming done. Next one,
I told him see that he's weaker than me, right? And he goes somewhere else. He's not even comparing what he did the first bar before.
Completing the idea, rather.
Right, but he's just I feel like he's going forward story wise over the rhymes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm like a neurosurgeon operating with a pure version. We're done. That rhyme is over. I write prescriptions of words that fit in, but we still are connected to the doctor scheme, right?
Yep.
Neurosurgeon operating pure version prescription. Right? So all that's connected to the doctor shit. He's doing that shit, but he's just writing in ones. I don't know why you know what I'm saying? So I write prescriptions of words that fit in. The dope gets the dope gets prescribed as I kick it live. Cause it's more than a style, it's conceptual genius. My effect on the scene is to project what I mean this. All right, so that right there, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Conceptual genius. Effect on the screen is project what I mean this. That's fucking crazy. That's a 6. He's throwing 6-syllable rhymes in 91.
And how he ends it too is like, you deadbeat. Wait until you see my next feet.
I get respect for the rep when I speak to check the technique, man.
His power level. It's over 9,000.
Hey, by the way, how far are you in Dragon Ball Z right now?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm still.
Still on Frieza?
It's still the long saga between Goku and Frieza blowing up Namek. Good God. You got 5 minutes, aka 9 episodes. Good God, they gotta finish up.
Next time on Goku, it's just him and Frieza staring at each other for like 2 episodes.
Jeez, dude, that's how it was so me and Andre were like chilling for 3 hours watching
just trying to catch up.
Frieza and Goku, and like we're just
all this deep inner conviction.
No, it's like Frieza's talking shit so long, like, bro, just get to the fists, bro. Like, what do you?
He literally could have went to final form and just dusted them all, but he just like played their game.
I want to see what you're made of.
Krillin, Gohan, none of them have a chance, but they're just fucking there. Vegeta's like, I thought I was Super Saiyan.
Right through his heart. Still had like 5 minutes of speech.
Kakarot, I thought I was powerful.
I have 10 minutes of life left, and if I could. Anyway, so. Verse 2, you got it, man. You got verse 2.
I'm rushing you like a defensive end as I recommend that you comprehend. I could stomp you in a battle, a contest, a war that'll occur. Will be the forfeiture of your immature, insecure for sure.
Wait, the forfeiture.
Yes.
The forfeiture.
Of your immature, weak for sure, weak versions of grandeur to rudely awaken you, and then I'll be breaking you. Taxing without asking and tracking and snacking you. Snaking you. Making you succumb to the drums of Gang Starr. By far we are truly gifted ones, son. But if you were to speculate or estimate us losing, you'll be dying trying to face the fate of your delusions.
That's the made us losing fate of your delusions. It's not 100, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Because miscalculation is all that you're stating. So I'm punting
you punks like footballs.
Because I want to put y'all back in the mess hall to clean up the slop and stop all the bull crap. Your rap's crazy wax, so don't try to pull that. You're lacking the vernacular. I'm slapping you and capping you and closing your jaw because you can't mess with Gang Starr. The guru and premier always dope with the blessed beats. Dance your ass off, Hobbs. Check the technique.
This feels like Rakim. All right, so I'm just going to give him the Rakim love. Because it just feels like it's along the line of.
He never needed like pace. You like the pacing's there. It's just back and forth, back and forth. It's just this ping pong. It's just rallies in a tennis game right now. And when he like the last volley at the end, dance your ass Hobbs, check the technique. Just ends it with the source of the song, the title of the song. He went back and forth, dude, to just go on the one part that I was just like, will be the forfeiture of your immature, insecure for sure, weak visions of grandeur. Dog, you don't.
Yeah.
He doesn't come with the wax shit,
but he's saying your
Wow.
visions of grandeur are limited. You're weak. You think you're better, but you don't have it.
And you'll be dying trying to prove these delusions because you got to face them. And then miscalculation is all that you're stating. So you're wrong off the jump.
Everything that you spit is wrong.
Dude.
Every bar.
I want Zay to kick off this third part because, dude, he's still going off, bro. It's
Bon voyage, sayonara, arrivederci. Your ass get busted. Doo-doo mustard. You tried to work me. You irked me because you copy and falsify. And I don't care how many step up because you all could try. to wish and fish for a style. Here's a fishing rod. These rhymes are hitting hard. Constantly I'm getting large. Inevitably, I readily kick your slew of lyrics so deep so you don't sleep because just peep me. Put in methods on records and spinning for each millisecond. 33 RPMs display the art of man.
Okay, 33 rotations per minute, which is you spinning the vinyl.
Right.
Yep.
Or they say revolutions, or whichever one.
Yeah, revolutions per minute, rotations per minute.
And as I'm rhyming builds, you see my time, it's chill. And then I look up upon weak ones. I'm teaching each one so they become redone.
So stop right there. Guru just gave you the science to his style.
Yeah.
And as my rhyming builds, you see my time, it's chill. Mm-hmm. Like, so he, like the one thing that you get off of this, he's monotones, just laid back. The example that we used last week, Mac Miller could have went harder with better delivery, right?
Yeah.
But now in this instance, you have you have way more intense lyricism with Guru, but he's laid back as all hell. And I think with that laid back style in his instance, he's able to deliver. You're able to hear what he's saying. You don't. If you had this on fast delivery, if you had you're lacking the vernacular, I'm tackling and smacking, like, dude, like, damn, like, relax. Let me hear your shit real quick. Like, where's the lyric sheet? But you really don't need a lyric sheet if you're able to actually interpret what he got from this. But that's cool. Like he's dropping science on his style.
That shit lands, man. And then when I look upon weak ones, I'm teaching each one so they become redone, right? So the weak ones will be the ones below him, and he's just giving them the bar so they can elevate. And I feel like that's so simple for the time period, man. It's 91, so I always look at how people can say something in 91 compared to now.
Exactly.
Compared to now is I fuck that bitch with my big dick. Back in the day is I metaphorically inserted myself, right? Some kind of way they made it seem real. I'm sorry for being vulgar, kids. But if you listen to rap, you're not. If you listen to rap, no, sorry. Let's put it in the air. If you listen to rap in any form, it makes no sense for any of us to be clean. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, essays,
That's Hip Hop was brought to you by the Children's Broadcasting Network and viewers like you.
PBS.
The more you know.
PBS. Dude, PBS sponsors us.
Got mad love from PBS, y'all.
Oh, man.
So I'm teaching each one so they can become redone. Essays are relayed to twist up like French braids or tied like corn braids because I got strong rage because corn braids lock down hard.
It's going off right here, by the way.
Force like police raised to never be delayed once. I was once the least paid, but
Listen
I made B grade because this ain't a slave sale, but I ain't the same stale rapper. No, I'm not a phony microfist with no class, no type of real appeal or the real talent, and it makes me violent, man. Damn, I fucked the line.
It makes me violent, man.
Make violent, man. Right. Go ahead, you can finish
to see all these Pee-wee BMC wannabes making G's for some dumb companies. Lots of money, but no idea of what is rap and what is dope. So check out what the Guru wrote. Damn. He's like, okay, let me actually show you what is dope. Yeah. So check out what the Guru wrote.
Check out what the Guru
Because I will prevail, give you tales as I unveil, have enough brain cells so I can stay paid well. Now I'm in the driver's seat and rocking the lava beats, bouncing and booming and blast you up to the next seat. Chic and unique with lots of chic and unique with lots of kick like a cleat. Check the technique,
baby.
Dog.
He went off on that verse right there.
And remember,
that's the third verse.
Remember the beat is doom 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 doom.
And the sample's been used so many fucking times, man. It's really
California something. Doom 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 doom. And so his pace. This is the one time I like how we ended on this track right here because this is the most intense he gets.
Right.
This is the most intense he gets out of Step at the Arena, and dog, he can go there.
Yeah, he can
go there.
He really can.
Like just fasten up his lyrics already. He's slowing it down to give you an education, and he just speeds this up a little bit, and he's like, it's still okay for you to learn.
He
and
had
interpret.
a lot of combinations on this one.
Yeah.
Here,
you come into the learning tree with Guru, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And each bar it's saying something, and as the song progresses, you hear it getting more complex, as it's going in.
Yeah.
So he's just building, like he's making it more intense as he goes in. This track is a good display of the Guru live in effect, like just going at it, going ham. That's a good track. And there's still more tracks here that like deserve to be listened to. Lovesick was also a dope track. Yeah. Talking about, his his lack of attention to the girl, and then he realizes it, but it's too late because she moves on.
Yeah.
And so now he's lovesick or whatever. Dope,
Yeah.
dope concept. The imagery, storytelling, sick.
Yeah.
Here Today, Gone Tomorrow, another dope track.
I mean, there's so many on this one, man. And then you have Premier just kind of, once again, Premier is so nice, man. It's not even fair. You got Premier in your hand, man. It's like, that's a rapper's dream. Yeah. It's a rapper's dream.
He like stole Premier too, because he when he first got signed to Wild, whatever record company it was, he was kind of like doing the A&R part. Like he was listening to other rappers who submitted their stuff in, and he heard the beats of DJ Premier and some other guy, and he was like, I don't know about the other guy, give me DJ Premier. Yeah, brings him on,
stole him,
stole him basically, like
a hip hop artist.
Yeah, so it's so dope, how he did that. Take a Rest was another dope one. I wanted to mention that, honorable mention. Just to Get a Rep, also a dope storytelling one about about the Stick Up Kids. Like that one's a sick one to listen to for Stick Up Kids. There's even a music video to that one. That was one of the singles.
Real Stick Up Kids in that video, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. RZA mentions that. Like, he goes, I know some of those guys. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Like I'll rob by a few of them niggas, man.
That's crazy. There were some other dope ones as I read my essay. Precisely the Right Rhymes was sick. The meaning of the name.
The meaning of the name.
If you don't know.
So, I mean, for the time, it's one of them unskippable situations, man.
Exactly.
Super unskippable.
Yeah, they had a number 10 track was The Game Plan. It was just pure instrumental. That was a good little break in between. But ultimately, all in all, this album is a classic, man. If you haven't heard this album, man, you would be missing out if you didn't check out this album.
It'd be stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna the breakdowns for Check the Technique are gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
You just start off with Protozoa.
Yeah.
Protozoa was a crazy. I was right off the bat. I'm like, okay, what's that?
So minute.
He already like
You're so minute.
2023. What is a protozoa?
Exactly.
That's if you had to Google some shit in 2023, that's a good move.
Exactly, man.
It's timeless. Scientific. It's timeless.
So our thoughts to surmise this. I'll start with you, Mark. What your thoughts were on this album, Guru, DJ Premier. And you're just summarize your experience with it.
I like the fact that we get an opportunity on Come Sit With Us to at least
come sit with us.
That's hip hop.
You flashing back back to old podcasts?
Dang,
what the
man.
fuck? Old podcasts in your mind. That was the previous podcast.
Yeah, that was we had nothing to do during the pandemic. We're like, what we gotta do?
And before that it was Mark and Andre's show.
Damn.
Come sit with us though.
I'm glad we get a time like on That's Hip Hop where we're able to. I'm able to recommend albums to you guys, and you guys recommend albums to me. But we also get the opportunity to send a new fresh coat of paint on albums to review for other people, and to take a take on to get a good take on these albums and get a perspective that we can get. I mean, we all. For one classic album, there's always going to be hundreds upon hundreds of perspectives on it, and I'm just glad that we get the three perspectives of taking an album that I feel is an incredible hip hop album, and we're able to break it down and just show people like, dude, like if you don't think Guru is going to be like your favorite rapper, by the end of a couple albums, you may have him up there. That's exactly what happened to me. I was just like, I had my doubts about Gang Starr as a whole. But then when I listened in, dog, I got educated for real. Yeah. You end up figuring out, dude, why Rakim decided to stick with Eric B, even though, Eric B found Rakim, but it's like, why that marriage works. And then why it lasts. And in this instance, why Guru and Premier lasted. It's just that DJ MC duo worked. We probably have so many DJ MC duos that got lost in history that we just don't know because that marriage never worked.
Yeah.
Crazy. So these ones, the the two that we mentioned that come to the forefront, they've lasted that long because like they understood that, hey, you work well with me, I work well with you.
Look at DJ Premier now. That dude,
he's working with everyone.
Yeah,
man.
everybody's trying to get a piece of like DJ Premier.
He got some shit with Griselda too, man. That's pretty dope. I'm sorry, Griselda. We'll cover Griselda soon, guys. I gotta convince them that Griselda is like that move. Yeah. But yeah, man. If I can give any takeaways on this one, it's just it set a precedence for everything that followed. Just exquisite lyricism, exquisite talent. I'm not gonna say he wears his influences on his sleeves, but I can hear them. Mm-hmm. And it just really sets the grounds for that period of time. It was 91 and he was rapping like this. And a lot of cats, man, they just had a different viewpoint compared to this. So this album was an experience. I as I was listening to it, I was like, man, there's not a lot of curses, not a lot of dirt on this. But some hood music. But it doesn't fall into the fucking trenches of some hood music. So it was like digestible for everyone. And then Premier's beats are completely unfair in comparison to anyone. So it was just a match made in heaven. Rest in peace to Guru. But it's just perfect.
Yeah. And I take my takeaway is with this album, it's you hear just elite lyricism, elite wordplay, you hear a different to me it's fresh, but you hear a different style, unlike anybody. It's such a distinct voice, in hip hop.
Yeah. Like
Guru's voice is so unique. So even that in itself is dope. I really loved how they blended jazz and hip hop, that they created a subgenre like early on, and that's sick. And I love that. And those are all pieces from Guru, of course, because Guru loved jazz. That's what he listened to growing up. But it shows you how you can still take things like that you were influenced by and then, fuse it into hip hop. That's sick.
Yeah.
But it was also important too, because like what DJ Premier was doing was just different. Like his scratches, his production,
everything felt
choices,
like it was
all
like
of
a
that.
team effort, right?
Yeah, that was sick. That was totally like for that time. It might have sounded like things, but it was different in a good way. Different. Like it was fresher. It was newer. It was like a different angle to it. That I think is unique. So that was sick. Guru, his style is so dope too. I love that laid back style. There's
not
something that's
yelling. It's
very
not a lot
wise
of aggressive
about it.
yelling.
Yeah, it's very wise and cool. And
it's almost mature to not yell.
Like we're going to see Guru, to see him speak.
Yeah.
He's not presenting himself like I got to have you guys listen to me. No, you got to listen to Guru. That's why he is the Guru.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super dope, man. So I really love that he puts the intelligence into it and he just kicks something different, man. And the way he's very descriptive and focused, very focused on what the subject is. And he knows how to make a good song, make a great album. Like this dude's good at that.
It's all about the acronym too. The Guru is gifted, unlimited, rhymes universal.
Oh my God.
Sick. Way beyond his time. To be honest, I think he's beyond it this time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So check out this album. This album is deemed a classic by That's Hip Hop.
R.I.P. Guru.
Stamp approved. I don't think we have a stamp. Oh yeah.
Just fucking died. A guy landed on the floor.
So we thank you guys for joining us on this episode. A couple of things to mention before we close. We have Mark. He's doing the pins with El Notorious Pin. Give him a little how
nudge.
they can reach you. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go make your online purchases at thenotoriouspin.com, or you could drop us a follow on Instagram at El Notorious Pin. Right. It's EL Notorious Pin.
Or you could DM me so I could be the middleman and get 10% cut. So I could
talk to my broker here who can charge you $13 for my $10 pins.
So I get a piece of the pie and then I'll pass that sale on to Mark.
Also to make sure the road to 250 subscribers on That's Hip Hop is coming up.
Let's go.
We're at 213, I think.
We're somewhere right there.
So just keep in mind, guys, we're a hip hop podcast. We're ex current MCs. We're always rhyming. Every 5 episodes we drop live live in effect freestyles. It's something that I think is going to be a great little added plus to your listening, you know, because we practice what we preach, you know.
Your experience.
And then we also got Lyricology 101.
Yeah, Lyricology 101. Hit me up on YouTube, Instagram, Lyricology 101. If you can't find me on YouTube, Lyricology 101. Andre, Andre. You can find me in a number of places. TikTok, Instagram, Lyricology 101. They're all the same. TikTok, or Twitter rather, Lyricology Tips. Find your boy, holler at me. I'll talk back to you. I do breakdowns on people's songs. If you want me to break your song down, hit me up.
There was a comment. There was like a mega ignorant comment regarding Andre with Lyricology 101. And I say that it was not like a negative thing, but it was like, dude, you know the gentleman, and you have to have known what Lyricology 101 is. Yeah. Hey, yo, that's fam right there breaking down all the syllables and shit. I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm like, bro, like, so you know what he does,
but you don't like, know somehow.
On some Alicia Keys shit. He's like, you don't know my name? Like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck?
Well, find your boy if you guys are interested.
Man, you got to battle that dude. Find him in the username to battle.
We got great breakdowns on the channel. The Lyricologist. Just find your boy, Lyricology 101. If you can't find me from there, Lyricology 101, Andre in the search, you'll get me. So, yeah. And,
pretty soon, we haven't really mentioning this, but, we will be entering a freestyle thing here locally. That's going to be pretty cool. Like, stepping into a freestyle event. And so we'll promote or talk about that more as it comes closer.
As it happens.
Yeah. So, but look out for that. That'll be pretty dope.
Dude, if it's one of those spit your best 16 kind of freestyles, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be on my soapbox.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so it's a freestyle, huh?
Well, let me bring my box. Stands on it.
All right, everybody. So thank you once again for checking us out. I'm going to go ahead and have Mark close us out, man.
To the MCs, if you drop a mic, drop a like.
Bitch.